You guys sent me this one the other day on Discord, on our React channel. The NIKKE guide to 2025 of all time. I don't know if it's a serious guide or a meme because it's Aizen. I've watched some of his content, but still, we'll check it. We shall check it and judge like the good gatekeepers we are. Exactly.
Welcome to the best guide ever made for this game. Who is this guide for? Who cares? Let's get in.
A pussy, okay? Just saying. Imagine you are on an onsen and this lady tells you, wanna come in with me? And the commander is like, haha, no.
Dailies. Before the recent update,
Fucking
Simulation
pussy.
Room and Interception took the majority of your oh-so-valuable time. Now, Simulation Room only takes about 1 minute to complete. This is a massive QOL buff from the 1 minute and 40 seconds it used to take. Interception depends on the boss and how strong you are. If your team is trash, it could be over in 15 seconds. A lot of you guys are used to 15-second finishes. If your team is good enough, well, unfortunately, you have to try. The rewards
Sadly,
are
it's
far
not gonna
too...
be 15 seconds, but yeah, it's gonna be a 3-minute fight for most people. And even for new players, even if you cannot clear a lot, hey, stop doing normal interception, alright? The rewards are dog shit. Just focus on doing the new ones. The normal interception doesn't give you enough rewards to even bother doing it the moment you unlocked Anomaly. Even if you get like a stage 1, a stage 2, it's better than fully clearing this interception. And you can target farm what you need. So just do this one, okay?
important to pass up, especially these godforsaken rocks. Story. The story is long, like 34 chapters long. And it's not just long, but it requires a very strong team to fully clear. We're talking like over 400,000 prowess, close to 500,000. Maybe it is 500,000, I forgot. Regardless of what it is a very high number that a lot of new players and even 6-month to a year players.
They are reducing this and adding a quick battle, but still, for some reason, NIKKE gatekeeps the story for new players for no reason.
Can't quite compete with. Be patient. You're in it for the long haul. I mean, it doesn't help that the more stages you clear, the better it is for you to get stronger, to get more materials, because you get more gems that you can use to pull.
You barely get any gems. Let's start with this. NIKKE, when it comes to rewards for clearing campaign, it's one of the worst gachas I've played ever. Yeah, ever.
Better units, and you upgrade your command post regeneration. But enough of that. What really matters is that
I see Cinderella.
99.999% of all NIKKE players that start for ass and giant cheeks and swaying you-know-whats end up staying for the unbelievable story. There is a
50-50.
whole Reddit thread on
50-50.
how many times someone has cried reading the story. Do yourself a favor. Stop watching Squid Game or Keeping Up with the Markles. Sink your soul into NIKKE. You won't regret it until you're stuck on a cliffhanger because of a weak-ass team. PvP generally sucks. There's no sugarcoating.
You don't need
Good
to do
luck
it for
getting
the dailies.
anywhere near the top if you're free to play. This is what you should be mainly...
This is true and false, by the way. If you're a new player, you can be put on a new server. You might be lucky and your bracket has no wells. You might be unlucky and there is a bunch of wells in your bracket and you will be doomed forever. So there is a few systems in NIKKE that are stupid, like PvP and the rankings for the frames and everything else. So this is just pure RNG on what server you are thrown into.
focusing on. All I can say is just go until you get your ass whooped, which is really early. Believe it or not, co-op has etiquette. It's not very difficult to do usually, but you are expected to die or give up once you reach the goal.
Yo, this card is not moving at all. Oh, here we go.
If you're social enough, you can gather a competitive party and aim for
If you're social, go to Discord to find a party. Don't do it with randoms because you will never push.
leaderboards, or ignore this entirely like me. Now let's say you are meta over waifu, and for whatever reason,
A
you
meta
decided to
slave.
choose this game full of waifus.
Let's
I
go.
somewhat understand. Most of us don't like you, but as of now, these are the best characters.
Okay. So we're going with the Crown, Cindy, Rapid Red Hood, Alice, and Crow. He's right. He's right, actually, by the way. So this is the best team for a lot of reasons. Not only from a meta perspective, but also from like a waifu perspective. So as you can see, I have a core 7 fully overloaded level 5 gear because she is that good. She is that good. Even at level 1, she will be out DPSing a lot of the characters in the game. So effective.
In the game. You should be using these characters. Do whatever you can to get max copies of each of these characters. Core Dust, Core Dust, There is an oath system in NIKKE, and ironically, it is not with your NIKKEs. It's with core dust. You are forever bound to core dust. Everything revolves around core dust. Literally inject that shit into your veins. Here is the very intricate reason that was brought to life by the miracle formula constructed by minds more brilliant than my own. Core dust equals stronger NIKKE. Can you believe it? Do yourself a favor, buy from the event shops, farm stages that drop core dust. If you got plenty of gems, buy the tickets that give you more runs. In fact, even if you don't have plenty of gems, buy these damn tickets. Just make sure to buy them once hard mode unlocks. Hard mode tends to give double the amount of rewards. Remember, this is your life now. You are guaranteed core dust drops by buying these tickets.
ShiftUp has improved this system a lot. So now, instead of you're always starving for cordas, you will also be always starving for credits. So now there is multiple resources that you are completely fucked in the ass and never have enough. And then when you will say and make a video and say NIKKE doesn't give you enough resources, there will be a bunch of people in the comments telling you that Sefhi, you're just a dumb poster, and actually it's just because you have a skill issue managing your resources. I would beat up these people in Minecraft if I could.
Boy, just say so.
You aren't guaranteed the banner. You aren't. It's like 400 gems. You can make that in 2 weeks, or a lot less than 2 weeks. Pick the constant in your life that gives back, which is core dust. Join the core dust Discord and OnlyFans. Take a week off your job or your imaginary love life to focus on hitting a wall in the campaign. Save every box of dust you can until you can't progress anymore. This number above the box doesn't mean it'll expire in 2 hours. I have no idea why they thought this was a good idea. Anyways,
Actually, yeah,
the further
really
you are
bad
into the
UX.
campaign, the more core dust you get from each box. Is this actually true? I haven't tested, but I trust the Redditor that told me this. The more blue chips you can generate from the
This is true, but it doesn't really matter. Like, the difference is not that big that it will, make or break your life. Because a new player cannot even progress anyway. Like, you are going to be stuck at campaign because it's combat power based no matter what, unless you are a big well. So don't worry too much about that. Don't worry too much.
The better. Blue chips can be exchanged for core dust, but don't exchange too much. You still need...
Don't exchange at all. The exchange system is not good, okay? It's not a good exchange system. So far, it's pretty bad, and we need everything. You could be exchanging a little bit for cordas, but then again, it's not worth it. It's not worth it because the amount of cordas you get is not that big. You're going to be getting this anyway next day on your reset. Yeah, you are better off swiping every day for 50 gems here on the wipeout rather than doing that exchange. It's not worth it at all.
Need some for leveling. So the gist of it is, instead of investing in safe and boring mutual funds or ETFs in real life, invest in buying core dust packs, which are guaranteed to give you a great return. That was a joke.
No, it's not a joke. Here's the thing, right? If you invest on SP500, what are you getting? Some money in 20, 30 years? If you invest in core dust, what are you getting? Happiness. You finally have fulfilled your purpose of actually leveling up your girls. And what's more important? What are you? A gambling addict? Or a fake bozo? Exactly.
Don't
buy
take that seriously, please. Blue crystals. I forgot the name of what these are, but they are blue. So tell me the difference between these two pictures. They are the same picture, correct? This stuff is dangerous. This is more dangerous than any other stuff.
It has 119 rocks.
In the game, any other material. If you want to live a long and fruitful life, you have got to have some discipline. Limit your rolls. Do maybe once or twice a day, and then focus on your big damage dealers. Another pro tip is locking in from the bottom up, but you don't have to do that. How about we just settle for good enough first? Get stats you like and forget about it. Then once you feel like you've had enough ammo to take a couple shots at the void, lock in a bottom stat first. Why? It takes fewer crystals in the long run, okay? I don't feel like explaining it. This is supposed to be a bad guy. Overloading. Holy.
Okay, super TLDR quickly, right? Fuck ammunition. Focus on elemental. That's the only thing that matters in this game. Elemental damage, right? Elemental, then attack and ammunition at the same time. But the third line is a 30% chance of appearing. The second line is a 50% chance of appearing. The first line is 100% guaranteed to appear. The values are also random. If you go to the probability table here, minimum and maximum, it's going to be a pain in the ass. You want to be locking third and second lines first because it's cheaper to reroll. For example, right? If you lock a first line and second line like I did here, you will be spending at least 120 rocks to get a dogshit elemental damage roll on your third line, and it's not worth it. So you want to be locking only third and maybe second line if it's a really good one. But for the most part, only third line, okay? Never the other ones.
Holy shit, do not overload gear on units you do not care about. Ask yourself sincerely, will I actually use Miranda when I unlock her favorite toy? If you hesitated at all there, then you know your answer. It is now time for the lightning round. Shop. Buy this. Join a union. Buy only this. Everything else is a scam. Buy all of these if you have the brain capacity to do so. Shift Up needs to update the regular mileage shop. Holy shit. Play co-op. Or don't. Core Dust. Everything for Core Dust. Do the fucking Tactics Academy. Don't
get
ignore
Core Dust,
this.
okay?
You can actually ignore this one, though. You like Guilty's tits?
Yeah.
Fine. Just don't say I didn't warn you, okay? And finally, the most important tip. Please get plenty of sleep. You need to have the capacity to think with your
Did you
mind.
insist her, bro?
And
I
not
would just
with
let
your
her
dick.
step
Or
on me
both.
so hard.
Both is also a good thing.
That's actually like a decent guide. I
It's
thought
trash.
it was gonna be only a meme guide, but no. When it comes to the shop, they need to upgrade the shop. Someone was sending me earlier a link as well of people complaining about the shop and how bad it is to have like gear in here. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. The whole shop is bad. The only good shop we have in NIKKE is the co-op shop. The rest is awful. And you can ignore the gift, you can buy everything else. But every shop in the game, it's really bad, in contrast to almost every gacha. Because most gachas will give you currency to pull, and in general, good materials. NIKKE doesn't give you shit on the shop, on any of the shops, any of them. Like, if we talk about most gachas we're playing, right? You get good stuff on the shops. If we talk about Guardian Online 2, it's not amazing, but you get pulls at least on a lot of the weekly reset shops. If we talk about the started, I can buy the highest gear, like would be like a T9 gear and pulls. Even Trical gives me a lot of pulls and other things, right? NIKKE is like, nah, you get some gear that will cause you a fucking your soul, right? Nah, it's too much. It's too much. Never buy these things. That's a decent guide. I thought it was gonna be a meme and not a serious one, but no, it was an actual decent beginner's guide.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。
天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。